Join me as I spend the night in the Winchester Mystery House to find out if it's really haunted. They say that over 10,000 paranormal encounters have been reported within the twisted halls of the Winchester Mystery House. Whispers in the dark, ghostly footsteps echoing through empty corridors, cold spots that seem to cling to the living. The stories are as chilling as they are persistent. Even the most hardened skeptics have been forced to wonder, could this sprawling labyrinth really be haunted by the spirits of those who fell victim to the infamous Winchester rifle? Standing solemn and enigmatic in San Jose, California, the Winchester Mystery House is no ordinary mansion. From the outside, it presents a strange, almost whimsical facade, gables and turrets sprouting at odd angles, windows of every size and shape, staircases that ascend into ceilings, and doors that open into walls. Inside, it's even more bizarre, a maze of over 160 rooms, with hallways that twist and turn seemingly at random. The house itself feels alive, shifting and breathing with a presence that many claim is not entirely human. For decades, the mansion has been whispered about in the same breath as the most haunted locations in the world. But what is it about this place that gives it such a chilling reputation? The heart of the mystery lies with Sarah Winchester. In the late 19th century, Sarah was no ordinary woman. She was the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, the manufacturers of the gun that won the West. When William died of tuberculosis, Sarah inherited a staggering fortune, roughly $20 million at the time, and a nearly 50% stake in the arms company, granting her an income of around $1,000 per day, an unimaginable sum in that era. Stricken by grief and guilt, Sarah sought answers from a Boston medium. The psychic warned her that the deaths caused by the Winchester rifle had unleashed a curse upon her family and that the only way to protect herself was to move west and build. And build. And never stop building. Sarah took this advice literally. In 1886, she purchased an unfinished farmhouse in San Jose and immediately began an obsessive construction project that would last until her death in 1922. She hired crews to work around the clock, often changing architectural plans overnight based on what she claimed were messages from the spirit world. No architect was ever officially hired. No blueprint was ever finalized. The house simply grew and grew, a physical manifestation of Sarah's endless anxiety, her fear that if construction ever stopped, death would come for her. But what, exactly, makes the Winchester Mystery House a magnet for ghost hunters, paranormal experts, and thrill-seekers alike? For one, the house's bizarre design seems almost intentionally crafted to confuse. There are stairways that rise and end abruptly, doorways that open into sheer drops, hidden rooms tucked behind false walls, and windows built into floors. Some theorize that these architectural oddities were meant to trap or confuse malevolent spirits, keeping them from finding Sarah. Others suggest that the chaos of the design mirrors the chaos within Sarah's tormented mind. Beyond the strange structure, there is a palpable energy in the house, one that countless visitors, employees, and investigators have reported feeling. Some have spoken of a heavy, suffocating presence pressing down on them in certain rooms. Others describe hearing whispered conversations from empty hallways, feeling sudden, inexplicable drops in temperature, or seeing shadowy figures dart from room to room. There are even those who claim to have caught glimpses of Sarah herself, a veiled figure silently observing intruders in her eternal home. Delving deeper into the history, Sarah's eccentricities only fed the rumors. She conducted nightly seances in a specially constructed seance room, a labyrinthine chamber with one entrance and 3 exits, designed so that no spirit could follow her once the ritual ended. Every night at midnight, she would reportedly ring a bell to summon the spirits, then again at 2 a.m. to dismiss them. Workers spoke of sudden orders to tear down newly built walls and reconstruct rooms overnight, as if Sarah was responding to new spiritual instructions. Construction never stopped, it only shifted, evolved, twisted along with Sarah's haunted mind. As decades passed, the stories multiplied. Tour guides speak of mysterious cold spots, unseen hands brushing against shoulders, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. One of the most well-known ghosts is that of a former worker named Clyde, who is often seen pushing a wheelbarrow in the basement or standing silently near the fireplace. In one chilling account, a group of visitors became lost in the confusing maze of hallways, only to be guided back by a man in overalls who disappeared before their eyes. Paranormal investigations have turned up their own unsettling results. During a major investigation in the early 2000s, a team using high-tech equipment captured unexplained audio phenomena, phantom footsteps, knocking sounds, and disembodied voices. In one particularly disturbing instance, a voice was recorded whispering, "Get out," near Sarah's private seance room. Thermal imaging cameras picked up figures moving in otherwise empty hallways. EVP sessions yielded faint, sorrowful cries and pleas for help. But perhaps the most compelling piece of evidence came during a scientific investigation focusing on acoustic anomalies within the house. Sensitive recording equipment picked up distinct tapping sounds that responded intelligently to questions posed by investigators. The taps were recorded even when all members of the team stood perfectly still, and the sounds often came from areas that were physically inaccessible due to the house's labyrinthine structure. In another instance, a psychic medium visiting the mansion collapsed in Sarah Winchester's bedroom, overwhelmed by an intense wave of sadness and fear she claimed was not her own. Skeptics argue that the house's confusing design, creaky structure, and suggestive atmosphere simply prime visitors to experience psychological phenomena. They claim that the brain, when faced with strange architecture and eerie legends, will invent ghosts to fill in the blanks. And yet, even seasoned skeptics have admitted that there is something off about the Winchester Mystery House, something that goes beyond rational explanation. In the end, the house remains an enigma, a sprawling, haunted monument to sorrow, guilt, and fear. Sarah Winchester never publicly confirmed her reasons for the endless construction. She left no journals, no letters explaining her motives. The true purpose of the Winchester Mystery House died with her in 1922, leaving behind a legacy of wonder, confusion, and chilling unease. Today, the mansion stands as both a historical curiosity and a ghost hunter's dream. Whether it's the result of spiritual torment, psychological unraveling, or some darker force altogether, the Winchester Mystery House continues to captivate and terrify all who dare to walk its winding halls. Its secrets are locked behind hundreds of doors, tucked away in forgotten stairwells and hidden rooms, whispering to those who listen closely enough. So, what do you believe? Is the Winchester Mystery House truly a portal to the restless dead, a tragic monument to a woman's haunted soul, or merely an architectural oddity twisted by decades of myth and fear? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your theories. And if you're fascinated by stories of the strange, the haunted, and the unexplained, make sure to check out my other videos exploring the world's most haunted locations. Until next time, keep your eyes open, and remember, sometimes, the walls really are listening.